But I can hear,
hear
a lot of echo repetition when I speak.
Oh, on your end.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah, I
why.
don't know what. Where you get your phone from? Did you get your phone from the dollar store, or you
No,
got
no,
it?
no,
No,
no.
no, no, no.
This is a more. This is S23
S23
Ultra, bro.
Ultra, bro. S33 Ultra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Samsung.
some. Oh, well, listen, man. It's good, man. We live, baby. Anybody joining, man, I just want to say that it's a pleasure to be here with my homeboy, the Prince. And he is a Prince, Prince Julius. That's right, you Prince Julius, baby. And I'm Unbreakable Dex, man. This is long overdue. You know, that you guys, whoever decide to log in, I'm telling you, y'all have missed out on some great content. And me and my Prince friend here has decided, hey, you know what? Let's stop doing all this talking on the phone on the side. Hey, what you think about this? What you think about that? Man, let's go live, man. Let's go live. You know, let's take some of this knowledge out to the world, spread some of this wisdom out to the world. You know, and so many people, you know, we talk about so much. Me and Prince talk about so much, don't we, Prince? We cover basketball, real life issues. So, hey, we decided, hey, let's start wasting time. And we want to encourage everybody too, right, Prince? I'm not just
That's
doing this, you know, just for you and I, but I know it's a lot of people out there, you know, who got things that they want to do and got a voice and got things they want to say, but some people are just afraid to do it.
that's right.
That's right. You know, they're afraid to do it. They're scared of what people may think or what people may say. But it's really a time and a day and age. Hey, whatever's on your heart, if it ain't harming nobody, if it ain't, you know, if it's trying to make the world better, make your life better, other people better, man, do it now. Do it now. So, you know, we welcome everybody. So, Prince, go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say to my good friend, I ain't seen him in a long time, you know, my brother from a mother, and he is a prince. He's all the way on. I'm over here in Unbreakable land. He's over there in Prince land. You know, and you know, with the greatness of the internet, we able to come together. You know what I'm saying? Prince, I get the floor to you. Anything you want to say to the people before we get started?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Greetings to
Greetings to
everybody.
everybody.
It's an
It's
honor
an
being
honor
here.
being here.
I'm with
I'm with
Dexter,
Dexter,
and we are
and
about
we
to
are
talk
about to
some
talk some
real
real
important
important
things.
things. When you do,
Mostly
mostly
sports.
sports. When you do
Yeah.
listen, Dexter, I'm Unbreakable Dex now. All the things I've
Okay.
been through in my life, all the things I've overcame and you know and accomplished, and where I'm going, I said no, you know, that earthly name that I was given by my parents, it's just a name for communication. But I was sleeping one night and something said, no, you unbreakable. And everybody else is unbreakable. Not just you, we all overcome things every day to show that we're unbreakable. The world try to break us. You know what I'm saying? But my message is no, I'm unbreakable Dex. I am UBD unbreakable Dex. And my message is to spread it, let everybody know, hey, live like you unbreakable also, Prince. Go ahead, Prince. I'm a hush, Prince. The flow is yours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
most
yeah, most
definitely.
definitely. You
Life
know,
is
life
always
is
about
always all
being
about being
unbreakable
unbreakable.
and
And
being very
being very
positive.
positive.
Stand for what
Stand
you
for what
believe
you
in,
believe in.
and
And
you leave the
you leave
rest
the
to
rest to
the
the
universe.
universe. That's
You know
right.
what I'm
You know what
saying?
I'm saying? But Prince, I've seen it, man. I know you unbreakable, bro. I've seen you in action. Before we get started, because we're going to cover this NBA. Because believe it or not, y'all don't know, but Prince knows some sports. Prince knows some basketball. I ain't going to reveal his true history and who he really is, but the man is, I've seen it first come, first serve. Anybody out there looking for a professional soccer coach, this is your man. I'm telling you, Prince. You know it, Prince. I don't know if you've let that life go, but bruh, you are awesome. I think it's a lot of kids and a lot of students can do use your knowledge. I'm not sure if that's something you want to do anymore. I just know what I saw firsthand when I was over there in Prince Land with you. You know, that your skill level, your knowledge of the game, you know, and how people respected you. That bruh, I saw greatness on the soccer field in you, bruh. I saw a lot in you, but I saw greatness on the soccer field, you know, when it comes the sports, and then your knowledge how we used to argue all the time about basketball. But all right, have you given up on coaching? I'm I'm just curious.
No, no, no.
No, no,
I
no.
still
I still
coach.
coach. Oh, you coaching
You
now?
know, a huge
A huge
soccerholic.
soccerholic.
Love
Love
football
football
to the
to
core.
the core.
And I
And
can
I can
stop
stop
coaching.
coaching. Yeah, it's in your blood. It's in your blood, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Oh
it
yeah,
is.
it is. You a
Yeah, most
professional Yeah, most
definitely.
coach. Definitely. You a professional coach, bro, and I'm gonna start right now. Promoting you for a soccer team. I know at once he was the coach of the L.A. Ligers, right?
That's right.
That's right. And they were huge, and y'all were good. Y'all had a good record and a good run, right?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
pretty
we're
good.
pretty
We're
good.
pretty
We're
good.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But
So hey, anybody out there looking for a good soccer coach, I ain't gonna sit here, I'm promoting my man, not just cause he's my man, but he's an excellent soccer coach. I saw it. I saw people becoming better at their craft and better men. So hey, if you look for a good soccer coach, look up Prince Jew. So Prince Jew, let's not waste no more time, big dog. What's going on in this NBA, man? What's your thought? Before I go
man,
straight, LeBron, go ahead.
I would
I
probably
would probably
say,
say,
the league
the
is
league is
a very
a very
fascinating league.
fascinating league.
Great young
Great young
talents.
talents.
I can
I can
mention of
mention of
SGA.
SGA,
Ja
John
Morant.
Moran.
You got
You got
what you
what
call
you
it?
call it?
Uh,
Uh,
The Joker
the
is
Joker
there.
is there.
The Joker
The
is there.
Joker is there.
Giannis is
Giannis
there.
is there.
Anthony
Anthony
Edwards.
Edwards. Let me ask you this.
Bronson.
Bronson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Do you think now the NBA is at a point to where the tide, the change is coming? You know how you always have a point in the NBA where the next crop coming in to take over. You think now the Steph Currys, you, you know, long as they there, in my opinion, as long as Steph, LeBron, KD, Harden, who else? That's a veteran. We got people like I don't want to leave out people like Mike Conley, Chris Paul, people who've been in the league 16, 17 years plus, who put in work time. Is it now becoming the SGAs? The Ant Man, and is it their league now?
I think it is
I
their
think it is
league.
their league. You think so?
You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm saying?
LeBron has
LeBron
got
has got
what he's
what
supposed
he's
to do.
supposed to do.
Um, you know,
You know,
Other
other
great
great
legends
legends
have also
have
done what
also
they're
done what
supposed
they're
to do.
supposed to do.
So the
So
future
the future
lies
lies
in the
in
hands
the
of
hands of
Anthony
Anthony
Edwards,
Edwards,
LGA,
LGA,
Ja
Ja
Morant,
Morant,
you know,
you know,
Carl Anthony
Carl Anthony
Towns.
Towns.
I like that
I like
guy.
that guy.
I think he's a
I think he's
very,
a very,
very
very
strong
strong
center.
center.
And,
Okay. And
people don't give him the credit that he
credit that he
deserves, but
deserves, but
he's a pretty
he's
good
a pretty
player.
good player. Let me ask you this: Did you see? I saw recently that the Knicks are talking about. I'm not sure how true it is and how true the source is, how reliable the source is, but I don't know if you saw that the Knicks are considering trading Townsend, Towns for Kevin Durant. Did you see that?
That, yeah,
Yeah,
that would be a
that would
very
be a
big
very big
mistake.
mistake. I think that would be a
You know,
mistake too.
because
Because
even though I
even though I
respect
respect
Kevin
Kevin
Durant,
Durant, right?
he's an
He's an
all-time great.
all-time great, right?
But
But
I don't think
I don't think
he's gonna
he's
fit
gonna
in.
fit in. Not at this point in his career,
And
no.
I don't think
I don't
so.
think so.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think
Kevin
so.
Durant
Kevin
can be
Durant can
the
be the
main
main
guy to take
guy
them
to
to the
take them to
promised
the
line.
promised line.
I think the
I think
Knicks
the Knicks
just need to
just
play
need to play
harder.
harder.
They have a
They have
great
a
team.
great team.
They were
They were
very close.
very close. Mm-hmm.
So there's no
So there's
shame.
no shame.
And also, I
And
felt
also, I
like
felt like
game one is
game
the
one
main
is the
turning
main
point,
turning
bro.
point, bro.
You are up
You are up
by
by
14
14
with almost
with
2 minutes
almost
to
2 minutes
go,
to go. Yeah.
and then you
And
blew
then
it.
you blew it.
You go to
You go to
overtime too.
overtime too.
You are up
You
by
are up by
9
9
with some
with
few
some
seconds
few
to go,
seconds to go. Yeah.
and then you
And
blew
then you
it.
blew it.
That was the
That was the
series.
series.
But
But
hey, man, the
hey,
Knicks
man, the
just have to
Knicks just have to
regroup
regroup
and
and
retool.
retool. Absolutely, and I think also, On the Knicks, though, it's been so long since the Knicks have been in the mix for them considering the Mecca. The Mecca of basketball. You got the Madison Square Garden and this New York. You know what I'm saying? So I think though, just the Knicks being one step closer to the finals, just even getting to the conference finals is a big accomplishment because it's been so long. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I don't even always agree. I don't always agree in firing coaches. You saw they fired Tibbs.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? They fired Tibbs, bro. Unless I hope my sources are
Oh,
correct, bro. I don't agree
man.
with that.
I've not even heard about it.
Yeah, I think they fired Tibbs from what I saw. And anybody in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I saw that they fired Tibbs, bro. And I don't agree with that because I think they are making anytime a team is making progress,
Progress?
just cause they didn't get to the pinnacle, a few mistakes happen along the way, but it's a promising sign. Just like think about the last few years how we've been doubting OKC and Indiana. Every year we be like, oh, they good during the regular season, but what they gonna do during the postseason? It's here now. Everybody had a breakthrough time. Everybody can't win. It just wasn't time. But to get to the conference final and to try to it ain't like y'all been there every year. We ain't seen y'all you know what I'm saying? How you gonna find a man? He don't got you to the conference final for the first time in the last 100 years, You know what I'm saying? I just don't agree with that. I just don't agree with all the blame going to a person who's not playing. He just writing
Right.
it up, telling you what to do. You got to go out and execute. The players got to execute. That's just my thought, on that situation. I never agree with the firing of the coach when you had a successful season. They didn't make it to the finals, but they had a successful season. They had a successful season, you ask me.
Yeah, they did. And you know what's funny? The Knicks haven't been here in a while. And I remember back in those days, Marcus Camby, Sprewell. Yeah, that's how
Y'all was
far.
at the game too. Did you see everybody at the game the other night? You had Larry Johnson, Spreewell, all the old Knicks, Patrick Ewing. They almost had to have a section in the garden just for old Knicks players.
Right, right,
Did you
right.
see them all?
I,
Kurt
I saw
Thomas,
them.
everybody.
Yeah, I saw them, and I was kind of like impressed with the fact that they gave them that standing ovation and that respect for the OGs. But the funny thing is the Knicks sucking Tibbs. Ah, man,
Yeah, I don't know
that's a
about that.
big mistake, man.
Who you gonna bring in? Who you gonna bring
Exactly.
in?
It's not about coaching. It's not about coaching. Even though I have to admit, game one, he made a big mistake. There's
Yeah, I didn't
no
see all
way.
games. What happened
There's
in game
no way
one?
you're up by 14 and you lose.
And how much time was left with?
I think it was like two, under 3 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and then
But I still
and
don't
the,
blame that on the coach.
well, yes and no. I'm gonna give the coach a little bit of a blame because you know what? You're up by 14 with about maybe under 3 minutes to go, maybe two something, and then you go to overtime. You are still up by 9 with about 50 seconds, and you blew
Oh,
that.
I remember that now.
That is unexcusable.
That is unexcusable. And you know what? I agree with you to a point that in a situation like situational shit, situationships, coaches do have to be the one to decide, okay, is this the time where I make a timeout? This time I take this player out. You got to control the momentum. Cause we've seen it happen plenty of times. It ain't the first time. Reggie Miller did it back in what 93, 94.
Right.
You know, with the Knicks. You know, so we
Yeah.
know. Yeah. We've seen it time after
With
time
a
where
with a
with a
choke, man.
choke, man. Oh man, the choke, man. How Halliburton gonna try to pull out the choke, man? He pulled the choke out early.
Right,
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 right.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
so but I still just don't yeah, yeah. But I don't agree with you get fired over that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
not
really.
really.
He shouldn't have
He
been
should have been
fired.
fired.
But
But
man,
man,
that game
that
one
game one
hurts, bro.
hurts, bro. Yeah, game one
Because
hit
that would have
hard. That
set
would
the
have set the
tone.
tone. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And it's like and it's almost like the Knicks was fighting back after that first game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the Knicks are
the
a pretty
Knicks are a
good
pretty
team.
good team. Mm-hmm.
They could have
They
even
could have
forced a
even
game
forced a game
7.
7.
It was that
It was
close
that close
in game
in game
6
6
until
until
I
I
think
think
the fourth
the
quarter
fourth quarter
when Indiana
when
actually
Indiana
pulled
actually
up.
pulled up.
So it's
So
like
it's like
um,
um,
I'll probably
I'll
say
probably
that
say that
it could have
it
gone
could have
either
gone
way.
either way.
But it's
Yeah. But
clear
it's
that
clear that
Indiana
Indiana
is a better
is a
team.
better team. Yeah, yeah. This year, I think so. And I give all respect, congrats to Indiana, cause it's been one of those situations for the last few years. We're like, just like OKC, Indiana. We've been like, yeah, they did pretty good in the regular season, but when it comes postseason, what you gonna do? But as we see, though, you got to give teams time to build. Just like any great team, any dynasty have done. People forget. I was a huge Michael Jordan fan. It took that man 7 years before he got there.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You get there, then you sustain, but you know everything is it's a progress. It's a work in progress. But what I don't agree with New York is don't break up the chemistry that the players and the coach have built. You got a chemistry now that's just like Denver firing Malone in the late part of the season. Bro, you got to bring somebody in to start a whole new chemistry with these players, and it's just like a relationship. You break up with somebody, and 2 weeks later you with somebody else. You ain't fully got over that other person. You know what I'm saying? It's still some love there, and you still think about how they did things. But hey, that's sports and that's the life. That's what comes with it. So we'll see what happen next year. So we move on to these finals, baby. We got two teams there that showed all year long consistency, but no one really believed they were gonna really be in the finals, though. What you think?
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
you're right.
You
You
said
think they
everything.
gonna be in the finals? Did you think these two teams would be in the finals?
Uh,
Uh,
you mean
you
what?
mean what?
Indiana and
Indiana and
OKC?
OKC. And OKC. Either one of these teams, you
OKC
we
for
talked
sure.
about last year. Yeah.
OKC for
OKC for
sure.
sure. Yeah.
But
But
Indiana,
Indiana,
that was a
that
little bit
was a
of a
little bit of a
surprise.
surprise. Yeah. Yeah.
But
But
OKC,
OKC,
I'm not too
I'm not too
surprised because
surprised
they
because
got the
they got
best
the
record in
best
the
record in
NBA.
the NBA. Yeah.
Even though I had
Even
a
though I had a
feeling like
feeling like
if Steph
if Steph
Curry
Curry
was not
was not
hurt,
hurt,
he could
he
have
could have
made
made
the
the
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma,
what you call
what
it,
you call it,
Minnesota
Minnesota
series
series
interesting.
interesting. He's
And
good,
even
man.
if, and even if he
He
advanced,
advanced,
I don't.
I don't.
I think he
I think he
probably
probably
maybe seven
maybe
games,
7
but I
games, but
still
I
see
still see
OKC,
OKC,
coming out of
coming out
of the
of
West.
the West.
Yeah.
OKC showed a lot, though, man. I tell you, they showed a lot because I didn't expect them to just run through. Definitely not my, LeBron and the Lakers. Don't get mad at anybody out there. I say LeBron and the Lakers. That's what it is. But and then the way they went through, uh, the way OKC went through Minnesota, I just didn't see that. I really just didn't see that. As much as I admired and somebody uh, reminded me that I told them that OKC would be here this time last year. Watch out for OKC. I still, for some reason, though, saw something in Minnesota in Ant, But I think Ant got that dog in him, though, that that next year we gonna be, Ant gonna. I feel some reason I feel that Minnesota is gonna be a team. Ant is gonna be a player that we're gonna be like, oh, okay, he just needed a little more time. Just need a little more time. I could be wrong, but that's for some reason I just don't, because Ant is an amazing talent, man. This dude is amazing, but not just him. Think about they got where you go, Prince? Prince done left me, y'all. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I don't know if his phone over there in Prince land. He's not supposed to be talking on the humanoid phone. I don't know what Prince gone. I don't know. But either way, I hope he comes back. Prince, come on back. There he is, y'all. He's
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah,
Sorry
yeah.
about
Sorry
that.
about that. It's all good. It's all good. I was just rambling about I think you cannot Minnesota. You cannot none of this young talent like you were talking, and Julius Randle showed his ability. They got Gobert. That just really showed how strong OKC is. Cause Minnesota tough. Minnesota
Oh
tough.
yeah,
Oh yeah. You know what I'm
uh,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I have to
yeah, I
agree
have
with
to
you.
agree with you.
Minnesota got a
Minnesota
bright
got a bright
future,
future,
and I
and I
think
think
you know what do you call it?
what they call it,
Ant-Man is going to
Osman is
be
going to be
great in the
great in the
future.
future.
Uh,
Uh,
just the media
the
just got
media
to
just got to
stop
stop
putting too much
putting too
pressure
much
on him.
pressure on him. The
You know what
media
I'm
be
saying?
putting pressure on people, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. They want people to live like like they from another planet. And these same people who put these pressures on people, they don't have pressure on them. They don't have the same pressure on their life. You know what I'm saying? It just at the same time, it's just entertainment and it's just sports. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Bottom line to it. But you got a lot of upcoming, to next year. I look for Memphis to be back strong. I do. And I look for some major shakeups. Giannis. I don't think Giannis will be back in Milwaukee. I don't.
Nah,
Nah,
I don't
I don't
think
think
so.
KD gonna be in Phoenix.
Mm,
Nah. No, I don't think KD gonna Phoenix. So wherever those two players go, it's gonna be a major move.
yeah,
Yeah,
probably the
probably the
Warriors got a
Warriors got
chance.
a chance.
They are even
They are
saying
even saying
Lakers.
Lakers.
Um,
Um, I ain't never count out any team LeBron on. I'm always only because of track record and history. Even though he's going on year 23, man, he's still LeBron James. He's still the king. I don't even like the disrespect people be giving him for some reason. I don't understand it. The disrespect. We've never seen anyone perform like this at this age in any sport. Where's the hate at? No one's perfect, but why all the hate? In the Lakers, man, with Luca, they are a piece away. And you ask me, like we talked before, I like JD Redick. I liked him as a player, and I saw signs of his greatness as a coach. But I don't know what he smoked a drink the night before he decided to play them players the whole game. JJ
oh
got a hold
man,
of the good stuff.
yeah, I don't know
Yeah, I
what he
don't
was
know what he
smoking
was
either.
smoking either.
Uh,
Uh,
you know, maybe he's
Maybe
smoking some
smoking
trees,
some
bro,
trees, bro,
or
or
leaves. I don't
leaves. I
know.
don't know. I don't know what he was doing, bro. To play a 40-year-old the whole game, no break. He just totally broke up. To me, they had a good rotation going.
Right.
Vincent. What's the other guy that wore the goggles that came on? They end up signing him. Jordan. What is it? Goodwin. Goodwin.
Can't remember
Can't
his
remember
name.
his name. Guard, but they had a good rotation going, man. He stopped playing Jackson Hayes and
Right.
everybody, man. It's like he panicked or someone threatened him. I don't know, somebody threatened him out there or something. But I look for him to rebound. I hadn't checked out the new. Do you ever get a chance to check out the podcast with LeBron and
No,
of
I,
course?
I haven't
I
checked that
haven't
one
checked that
out
one
yet.
out yet. Well, their latest upload is with Luca LeBron, and I'm gonna check that out. Interesting to see what they have to say. But I'm never counting out. I'm always behind. I don't care if LeBron go to the the Go Wildcats. That's my favorite team now. You already know I'm a LeBron fan. I I appreciate
Well,
greatness.
yeah, he is one of the greatest, no doubt, no
Come on,
doubt.
bro.
Yeah.
For him to come in the league and people was saying he's the next Magic and to become the all-time leading scorer, come on, bro. I mean, not only that, yeah, he's getting older. He don't have the impact that he once have, but LeBron has always made everybody around him great.
Right.
Right. But going back to this finals, I look forward to it. I think it's good that we got two teams that we wasn't expected. That's new, fresh. We got fresh meat in the water. I think it's gonna be good. Even though I think though, man, for some reason I don't want to just doubt Indiana. I don't want to just doubt Indiana, even though I feel it's OKC for the taking. I don't want to just doubt Indiana.
You know what's
You
going
know
to
what's going
happen?
to happen?
Indiana
Indiana
will
will
definitely have
definitely
to
have to
steal one of the
steal
two
one of the two
games.
games in
If it's
OKC.
in
In
OKC,
OKC.
if they
If
leave
they leave
OKC
OKC
with
with
1-1 split,
1-1 split,
I
I
possibly
possibly
see
see
a
a
6
6
or
or
7 game
7 game
series.
series.
But
But
should they
should
go
they
down
go down
2-0
2-0, it's over.
or
Or
0-2,
0-2, it's over.
uh,
Uh,
they probably
they
might
probably
win in
might
one
win in
game
one game
in
in
Indiana.
Indiana.
It'll OKC will
OKC
probably
will
win
probably
game
win
four.
game four.
It will be
It will be
3-1,
3-1,
and I think it
and
will
I
end
think
in
it will end
five.
in five.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But if they
But if
lose
they
game
lose game
three
three
and they go
and
down
they go down
3-0,
3-0,
it may be a
it may be
sweep.
a sweep.
You see,
You see,
so
so
I'm looking
I'm
at
looking
all
at
the
all the
tangibles.
tangibles.
Man,
Man,
Indiana got to
Indiana
win
got to
game
win
game one or
game
game
one or
two,
game
bro.
two, bro. They really do. It's really
You
crucial
know what
for
I'm
them. You know
saying,
what
to
I'm
set the
saying? To set
tone.
the tone.
And then that can
And
make the
that can make the
series
series
interesting.
interesting.
But should they
But
go
should they go
down
down
0-2?
0-2?
Oh
Oh
man,
man,
I don't
I
see
don't
them
see them
coming back.
coming back. Something I see with OKC, even though they got the MVP on their team, OKC is a team. There's a team,
Right.
bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? Every piece fit perfectly. And we know that's the formula for a championship team. Every piece fit perfectly. You know, but at the same time, I like what Indiana's doing. I like the fact that I didn't even know it. I didn't even find out about it until about a few weeks ago that some players were calling Halliburton overrated. And I
Right.
like right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on, man.
No,
No,
he's not
he's not
overrated.
overrated. He's not
It's a it's a,
overrated, bro.
it's a
He's
pretty
a
pretty good
pretty
player.
good player. He's a really good player. He's a good point guard. Yes, he can score, but he does a bro. He has games where he have high assists.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I like Halliburton. I like his humility, and I like that. I think that he's gonna he's showing okay. You want to doubt me? You want to call me overrated? Now I'm in the finals. What you got to say now?
Right.
And right. He hit a game winner for him to get. You know
Right.
what I'm right. saying?
Right.
Right. I don't agree with that. I never agree
And
with
then,
that.
and then
And then
you know what I've
you know what I've
realized?
realized?
Um,
Um,
they are
they are
laying
laying
under the
under the
radar.
radar. Oh yeah.
They are laying
They are
under the
laying under the
radar,
radar,
and that's
and
scary
that's scary.
because
Because
people forget
people
that
forget that
Pascal
Pascal
Siakam can play.
Siakam can play. Oh yeah. He was an
You know what
all
I'm
star
saying?
before he got to Indiana, wasn't he?
Right. And
Right.
he already has
He
a
already has
chip
a chip. Right.
with
With
Toronto
Toronto
Raptors,
Raptors.
if you
If
remember,
you remember,
2019.
right? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
Right.
So
So
he's no
he's
scrub.
no scrub. Far from a
You see what
scrub.
I'm
You see what
saying?
I'm
And then you
saying? And
got
then you got
Tanner,
Tanner.
then you got
Then you got
Naismith,
Naismith.
Oh
You
man.
got Toppin jumping out the gym, and you
Oh
got
yeah, Obi Tubman.
listen, and
Oh
then you
man.
got solid defense in
Solid
Trey,
defense.
you
You know
know,
what I'm saying? And they can hit three.
and they can definitely hit threes,
And then
So
you got Mature and Rough Rider coming from the bench.
oh yeah,
I mean,
I
damn.
mean,
They are really tough. But you know what? Man, OKC with SGA, Williams, Chet, and all those guys, man.
yeah. Shit,
It's gonna be hard.
I call shit. No disrespect if you see this, I call him olive oil. I ain't never seen a basketball player that small, legs that small, be able to do what shit do. Shit, I give you. This is no disrespect. I think you're a great player. I enjoy watching you shit, but I have never seen a player with a bone so small with a
Right,
dick in
skinny,
his
very
head.
skinny, and still shooting threes and dominating the paint and
Strong
getting
shit,
rebounds. And I'm
strong,
like,
bro.
yeah,
Yeah, shit strong, man. So, I think it's gonna be a good series. I look forward to it, as long as, I'm looking forward to just a good, clean series, not
right,
controlled by the refs, not controlled by the front office, not
right.
controlled by greed. Can we just get some good basketball? Because I think, honestly, we got two fundamentally basketball sound teams. Not just overpowered. Yes, they got great players, but these are two teams. They're just not dominated by one person. SGA to me, yes, he won MVP, but nah, nah, this is a team. But I see in OKC, this is a team.
Yeah, you're right. But remember with SGA, we're not. We saw this coming a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
The guy is very calm,
very calm.
never brags. He makes his noise on the court.
He talked with his game.
He talks with the game. That I mean, what else can you expect? And I've been watching him. I see the what you call it, the fadeaways. He gets to his spots like Kobe, Jordan. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I like about him, homeboy is very calm,
Very calm. That's a
very
dangerous man.
calm.
That's a dangerous man in real life, period. Not just sports, but a man under control with self discipline, humble, knows how to be, he don't have to, doesn't get unrattled in situations, Hey, that's a dangerous man. That's a dangerous man in any situation. So to anybody out there watching this, if you any young person, any older male, listen, you have to remain self-controlled and under control at all times. You can't be unrattled. You can't let people. Something I heard Michael Jackson said, and we know that's one of the greatest groups. Well, first of all, he's the greatest entertainer ever, and the Jackson family is one of the greatest. They said one of the advice I remember them saying. Joe told them, never let the crowd see you weak. Never let the
Right.
crowd see you unrattled, phased. Even if you miss a step, you miss a lyric, don't let nobody should know it but you. And I see that in SGA, and I love that. I love the calm confidence. Because I'm going to tell you, not to brag, you played against me once, but I was that type of player. I was, I had people, they come in, they might underestimate me for my size, my height. I wouldn't say nothing. Oh, I got Buddy. Oh, I got him. Oh, okay, come on. Come on. Come on. I ain't gonna say nothing to you the whole game. But I'm gonna like in about 5 minutes, you're gonna be asking somebody else to help you. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
remember you were shooting. You were shooting threes like Steph Curry.
And you saw me, and you
I
saw
saw
me in
you.
my later age.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You saw me in my later age. So, but to say that though, that calm demeanor, under control, man, you need that for success in
Right.
life. You need that, bro. You can't be unrattled. You can't be emotional. You can't let the other nobody your opponent knows they got any upper hand on you at all. I don't care if it's a job on a basketball court. Or don't let nobody know that you are rattled, and that's why they can't move that man. Man, SGA is just smooth, bro. I don't. That dude is Denzel on the basketball court.
You know what, man? His jump shot. The homeboy can take you off the dribble. You fade away, shoot threes, dang on you. Oh man, and he's a leader too.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And they're a team.
Their team, bro.
That is the difference between this OKC and Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden OKC. You know what I'm saying? This OKC, they know who the alpha is, and nobody is fighting for positions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They all know their role. They
You
know it's
see how they
SGA's
all.
team,
You
and
see how they
they
all
ride
be
with
in
him.
the. You see how they all be in the back each other when they doing the post game interviews.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think SGA is here to stay. The only thing is that they're probably gonna win the championship. But moving forward, man, the West is gonna be crazy because San Antonio next season is gonna be very scary.
So what we got going on in San Antonio is we got Wemby coming back,
Wemby's coming back. Fox will
Fox,
be back.
and
You,
they got a
you
good
know,
young. Yeah,
Castle will evolve to another level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then they're saying that Giannis could eventually end up there too. So you add Giannis to that team,
Hey,
Lord have mercy.
hey,
You
you
know what
add
I'm saying?
Giannis to that mix, bro. You add Giannis to that mix, bro. It's scary. It's scary because Wimby, man, that's a bad young brother, man.
And I think didn't Celtic let Holiday is it? I think he went to San Antonio, right?
I hadn't
Drew
heard that.
Holiday. I'm hearing some rumors that he's in San
Is he
Antonio.
going?
Yeah. So if that's you add that veteran leadership there of Drew Holiday to San Antonio Spurs with all these young guys
But how's that gonna work with Drew Holiday and Darren
and
Fox
Fox.
playing the same
Uh,
position though?
right, but I think probably one will come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? One will start
Drew
him.
Holiday is not at a point where he's ready to come off the bench. I don't think. I think he's still a consistent. I think he's still a starting point guard.
A starter, right?
You know what I'm saying? I don't.
Yep.
I don't see that
Yep.
working.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
I don't know how truthful that rumor is, but if he's going to San Antonio, that's an upgrade.
Oh, it's a huge upgrade. It's a huge upgrade. But Chris Paul had announced any retirement, so they got a good, great backup.
That's
He's
true.
still a solid point guard. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I
Yeah.
don't. I personally don't agree with Drew Holiday. Who the Celtics gonna pick up over Drew Holiday? I mean, I know White is doing his thing, but he comes off the bench,
Oh,
right?
the Celtics will be fine. The Celtics will be fine, bro. Because let me say, what is his name? Jason Tatum. He's down, but I think he should be back like maybe
He's gonna be out for a minute.
yeah, but probably maybe
Most
next
probably.
year, June, July, and
July.
maybe May he can make. So it depends on the recovery.
That's damn. That's almost all the whole season.
Yeah, but a playoff that starter only needs a couple of games to warm up.
Oh,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Yeah.
If he come back by the playoffs, because I definitely think they got the team to get them to the playoffs, even without Tatum. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, they're a solid team, but I don't see them getting over the hump without Tatum, bro.
Nah,
It's gonna be very hard.
nah.
You know,
But yeah,
because Cleveland is gonna be better.
that was a disappointment. I
That was a big disappointment.
That was a
Yeah.
disappointment for Cleveland, bro. I didn't see that coming because they showed me a lot all year long. They were consistent in the East, just like OKC was in the West. And Cleveland was strong. And to come out and get, was it 4-1 or did they get sweep? I think it was 4-1.
4-2.
4-2. I mean, even though even though in the beginning I was like, okay, they got some players hurt. They had Mobley, they had Garland. They had a few key players
No, I
hurt.
think it was 4-1, right?
I think
Was
it
it
was
4-1?
4-1.
No,
Even when
4-1,
they
yeah.
came, even when those players came back, they still got mocked. Indiana, I was like, whoa. So that's why I say OKC better not sleep on Indiana, man. Because you knocked out the number one seed in Cleveland all year long, and Cleveland was tough. Cleveland was
Hmm.
tough, man. You had two legit 7-footers, two legit guards. I mean, they had a complete team. You
They
had some.
choked. They
They
choked
choked.
slightly.
They choked. So
But they'll be better. They'll be better next season.
they'll be better. They'll be better. So what's going on out there in Prince Land? What are they saying? Because I know you out there near the King. I know you and the King hang out. Princes and Kings hang out. So what's the word out there in Prince Land about my team next year?
About the Lakers.
You already know.
Well, the Lakers have a team. They are just one or two pieces away. So I think they do need a big man though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because uh, don't forget Dallas is going to be very good. Kyrie will be back. Anthony, what is his name?
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis. Yeah, he'll be back. Clay
I like
Thompson.
Anthony Davis, man. I like Anthony
Yeah,
Davis.
Dallas is going to be solid.
Yeah.
Okay, the Lakers need a big. They need a huge center. They need somebody who can score at the same time defend. You know what I'm saying? Jackson Hayes.
I like Jackson Hayes, man. He
Can
comes
they
with a lot of
develop him?
energy.
If they can develop him, yeah, then great. But
They, JJ
if they
stopped
want to
playing
win
point
right
guard.
now, they do need a bona fide big man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think as much as I like Luca, I really like Luca, and I like the team. Luca need to forget the refs are on the court. I didn't realize because we don't get to watch Dallas as much. I didn't realize, and there's no knock on Luca. Luca, this is just words of encouragement. Leave the refs alone. It seems like every play he's in the in the ref's face complaining about something. Next thing you know, somebody, the team is halfway down the court and they don't score, and you were, it is over. You're not gonna change the referee's mind. Stop arguing with the refs. To me, that's a huge thing. But did you see how much weight Luca lost? What is this dude doing?
You know what? Luca will always be Luca. I think that, even if he loses weight, he got to work on his defense. He got to work on his defense. So if the Lakers cannot get defense from him, then all they got to do is find a big man to, or somebody to play defense. Because Luca will always give you 30, 40.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He
If
gonna
your
give
defense
you.
is good, that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
He will give you 30, 40 easily.
Let me ask you this, Prince. When Luca came over to the Lakers, you remember the Lakers had a streak going. Their defense intensity was just high, even before Luca got there. When Luca came, it's like nothing stopped. They fit. It's like the defense. And then it's just like JJ. What happened? Cause it's like it was like. Cause remember we was talking like, this Laker team can win it all.
Right.
Everybody was. This Laker team, and it wasn't because of offense. It was because of defense. It was because of defense. Without a center. JJ messed that up, man, when he changed that rotation. really did. He stopped playing those boys. And to me, the Lakers, man, I don't understand the NBA. What's going on, Julius? Prince Julius, excuse me, Prince J. But you got all these veterans, man. I remember when I was young coming up, when I first started watching NBA, you had, there go Prince again, y'all excuse him. He's out there in Prince land, far, far away. He'll come back in soon. Hopefully he'll reconnect. I understand what's going on where he is. Wi-Fi is there he is, y'all. Everybody, welcome back. Prince J. Prince J. But I was saying, Prince J.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I first started watching basketball when I was young, and it was players I was like, that was older on the team, and people was talking about how they were in their heyday, but they were still on the team, and they were there to help the young players come develop, teach them how to be as professionals and how to become NBA players. Bruh, you got the Lakers. Bruh, think about, you had people like Boogie Cousins, JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, all these people sitting at home telling you I'm available. Bruh, they would have made an impact.
Right.
Why are these people not in the league? Even though, yeah, Carmelo Anthony, yeah, they've been, bro. It's a lot of people. I still see a lot of these players that are sitting at home that are a lot better than current players. I do. I mean, I think Dwight Howard, he ain't Orlando Dwight Howard, but he could have gave you something. Dwight Howard got a lot of heart and a lot, defensive player of the year multiple times. Man, the Lakers could have used that, man. You asked me the Lakers, why did you break up that championship team? That was dumb. You already had a formula with three legit 7-foot centers, man. The formula was there for y'all to run this thing for about 3-4 years. Break it up. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they made a
they made
mistake
a
on that
mistake on
one.
that one.
But I
But
can
I
also
can also
understand
understand
from the
from the
financial
financial
point of
point
view.
of view. Man, give him JaVale McGee a couple $100,000 a year, the White House a couple $100,000 a year. These players realize where they are in their career right now. They realize they ain't looking for a $200 million contract. They not. I think these players would have. Dwight was begging to come back. People was always mentioning JaVale McGee name for the last few years. People been mentioning Boogie. Man, these are skilled players. Why the NBA running off these skilled veterans? And we see the teams need it. Look at what these young guys are doing. They need it. Not just for for the growth of the game, but the growth as a man, as a basketball player. Why wouldn't you have a couple veterans on your squad to help these young athletes come along? And a lot of them come from homes where they didn't have guidance. Why wouldn't you hire
Right.
these guys?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have a
you
point
have a
there.
point there.
I totally
I
agree with
totally
what
agree
you're
with what
saying.
you're saying. So,
But
but
sometimes
sometimes
people think
people think
differently.
differently. Yeah,
Basketball
basketball
operators and
operators and the
handlers and
handlers and
owners,
owners,
they think
they think
differently.
differently.
Maybe they feel
Maybe
like
they
the
feel like the
age,
age,
they want to
they
build
want
a
to build
younger
a younger
squad.
squad,
But
but
I do
I
agree
do
with
agree
you.
with
They
you.
could have
They could have
used
used
one of those
one of those
players
players. Heck
just to
yeah. Just to
protect the
protect the
ring.
ring.
And that's
And
it.
that's
You
three
just
players would have made a difference.
you say what?
Behind Jackson Hayes, one of those three players, Boogie Cousins, Dwight Howard, or JaVale McGee, would have made a difference behind Jackson Hayes. I
Right.
really think so.
You see,
You see,
Jackson
Jackson
Hayes.
Hayes,
I don't know
I don't
what
know what
JJ Redick
JJ
was
Redick was
thinking.
thinking.
That
That
series, he could
series,
have
he could have
probably won the
probably won the
series
series
if he would have
if he
just
would have
believed
just
in the
believed
guy.
in the guy. Right.
I would have
I would
have
have
him in
had him
there.
in there.
I would say,
I
hey,
would
you know
say, hey,
what?
you know what?
Don't do too
Don't do too
much.
much.
Just
Just
contest
contest every
every shot.
shot.
Give Rudy
Give Rudy
Gobert
Gobert
around for the of his money. Around for his money, and then we'll see what happens. I don't need you to score 20 points or 15 points. No, no, no. Just protect the paint,
Impact the
protect
game.
the paint, and we're good.
Right. Right.
So I think JJ Ruddy made a mistake, and then he didn't play him for a long. He didn't have any what you call it, believe in that guy, and
And it wasn't just him though.
he lost hope.
He messed up the whole rotation.
Yeah, another guy too he didn't play. Connect,
That's another person.
the guy who can shoot three.
Bro,
you,
he
you
had
have him on the bench. My
listen.
lord, I don't understand. And then you keep playing LeBron. LeBron, he's in his 22nd or 23rd season. You have to know how to manage him. Luca is just coming from an injury. You have to know how to manage him. And then you play both of them over 40 minutes. Nah, that's ridiculous. You gotta trust your bench.
Bro,
You gotta trust your bench.
they were so tired in that last game, bro.
Yeah, yeah. But with the Lakers, I mean they'll be back. The only problem is that Laker Nation, we are excited, but man, the West is deep. They will need at least two pieces, bro.
Yeah.
Because I see a dogfight between 1 to probably 12, 13, 14. Maybe there might be one or two weak teams in there, but out of the 15 teams, I see about 12 or 13 good teams.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So right now, the seedings are gonna be very, very tough. Where maybe you have the top two, and then the remaining is gonna be separated by one game, half game, something crazy like that. You see what I'm saying?
You know the West tough, bro. For Phoenix and and those teams not to even make the playoffs, man.
Man, man. But- And even look at the Clippers. The Clippers made a playoff, and look at what they have to go through.
Clippers tough, man. The Clippers are good.
They're good, but always something happens with
Always
the
something,
Clippers.
right?
I don't understand.
I don't understand
You,
either.
you you know, for me, I thought they should have beaten Denver.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
messed up,
yeah.
and if they would have managed to beat Denver, they probably can give OKC a run for their money,
Oh, for
and
sure.
anything can happen.
If not beat OKC,
Or, or,
Clippers,
or if not even beat them.
bro, the Clippers have a team that can beat OKC. Oh,
Right,
for real, bro. Come on,
right.
man.
So it's it's rather unfortunate, but next season is gonna be very exciting. As I'm saying, the West,
You say
the
that
East
every
is also
year.
gonna be pretty exciting, but I think the action is gonna be in the West.
It's, every year is in the West. And before LeBron came over, it's always been in the West. The West always been the strong team. Except back in the '90s, with the
It was the
in the
East.
'90s it was the East. But since then though, 2000s and up, man, it's been the West dominant for sure. I mean,
Right, with some
strong,
good, really
no
good
doubt
teams
about it.
from the Spurs to the Lakers,
Dominant, man. It's only been
OKC.
one team coming out the East, and that's it. Whatever team LeBron was
Oh, man.
on. that we've been talking about this for a long time. But
Yeah, but you see, LeBron, LeBron was a lot fortunate to be in the East, bro. Oh no, no disrespect, but he's a great player. But bro, man, look at the teams that were coming out from the West. But then they had the Lakers, the Spurs. OKC was pretty strong. Golden State was pretty strong.
oh
Uh,
yeah, always.
and what other team again? Is it Portland? Portland.
Yeah,
Remember with Damian Lillard and what's the other guy's name? CJ
uh,
McCollum.
yeah,
They were pretty solid.
yeah.
You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what
The
I'm saying? The
Clippers, of
Clippers, of
course.
course. The Clippers always been there. They always been there, but never been able
You
to
know,
win.
so the West
So
is
the West
tough.
is tough. The West is
You
tough.
see,
You see,
because
because
look at it this
look at it
way.
this way.
If you
If you
swipe the
swipe the
Lakers
Lakers
and you put
and
them
you
in the
put them in
East
the
Coast,
East Coast,
do you really
do you
think
really think
Indiana can beat
Indiana
them?
can beat them?
Let's be very
Let's be
honest.
very honest. If JJ tried to play LeBron and Luka 50 minutes, they will. But
Yeah,
yeah,
maybe,
maybe,
or even the
or even
Knicks.
the Knicks.
The only
The
team that
only
can
team
beat
that
them
can
is the
beat them is the
Celtics,
Celtics,
healthy
healthy
Celtics.
Celtics.
You know, or
You know, or
maybe
maybe
a
a
healthy
healthy
Milwaukee
Milwaukee
Bucks.
Bucks.
You know,
You know,
with
with
Damian Lillard
Damian Lillard, yeah,
being
being
healthy,
healthy, yeah,
or maybe a
or maybe a
healthy
healthy
Philadelphia
Philadelphia
with
with
Embiid and all
Embiid
that.
and all
Maybe
that.
they,
Maybe they,
but I
but
still
I
don't see
still
them
don't see
beating
them
the
beating the
Lakers.
Lakers.
You
No,
see what I'm
you see
saying?
what
So
I'm
that
saying? So
tells
that
you how
tells you how
good
good
the
the
Lakers are.
Lakers are.
They probably would
They
have come
probably would
out of
have
the
come out of
East.
the East. But we both know, though, like we said earlier, though, I, what messed the Lakers up was JJ Redick this year, bro. When he
Oh
tried,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. JJ Redick,
You know, he's a
he's a
rookie. He's
rookie.
a rookie
Them
coach.
last few games, he
He's
did a
a
great
rookie coach,
job
and
for majority of the season. He did a great job. But
yeah,
that
but we
last, yeah, but
nobody
we
talking
nobody
about
talking about
regular
regular
season.
season.
Nobody,
But that
you know what
last,
time
you
it
know what
is.
time that it is? Series, bro. What in the world? But
Yeah.
we'll leave that alone. I know that was big talk in L.A. I know it was, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, but
Oh yeah,
LA will
but
be
LA will
back.
be back. Oh,
LA will be
LA will
back.
be
I think
back.
they
I
need
think they
one or
need
two
one or two
pieces.
pieces.
They
They
shouldn't.
shouldn't.
They
They
shouldn't
shouldn't
dismantle the whole
dismantle the
team.
whole
No,
team.
that would be
No, that would be
disastrous.
disastrous.
Because even
Because
Golden
even
State,
Golden State,
I think
I
Golden
think Golden
State,
State,
they want to
they
keep
want to keep
Kaminga
Kaminga
and they want to
and they
get
want to
one or
get
two
one or
big
two big
bigs
bigs
out there, and then
out there,
that's
and then
good
that's good
because they got a
because they
solid
got a
team.
solid team.
There's no need to
There's no need to
break up that
break
team.
up that team. Golden
So
State might
Golden
as well
State
Golden bring State Durant
is going to be
back.
pretty
It's going
good
to be
next
pretty good
season.
next season.
So what?
So what? I said Golden State might as well bring Durant back.
No,
No,
Durant. You
Durant.
see,
You see,
I heard
I
Durant
heard
wanted to
Durant wanted
go
to go
back to
back to
Golden
Golden
State,
State,
and then he
and then he
rescinded
rescinded
because the
because the
media and
media and
everybody was on
everybody
him
was on
like
him like
that's going to be
that's
another
going to be another
weak move,
weak
you know.
move, you
But
know. But
Durant in
Durant in
Golden
Golden
State
State,
pretty good,
pretty
but I
good, but I
think they don't
think
need
they
him.
don't need him. It ain't gonna be the
They,
same as the first time.
yeah, they just
Yeah, they
need
just need
a bona
a bona
fide
fide
center,
center,
tall
tall
guy,
guy,
at least
at
7
least
foot,
7 foot,
just protect
just
the
protect
paint.
the paint.
And
And
if you can
if you
score,
can
great.
score, great. Yeah,
That's it.
that's it. Yeah, because Steph, you still got Steph, and they got some great
Oh
pieces.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Golden State
Golden State,
they
they
have about
have
two
about two
more
more
rounds in
rounds
them.
in them.
They can
They
run
can
for, I
run for, I
mean,
mean,
maybe two or
maybe
three
two or
times,
three times,
and that's
and
it.
that's it. I like Golden
Yeah.
State. Yeah, and I like their young pieces too. Uh, I really like
For
their young pieces.
what is it?
What is it?
Podzinski,
Podzinski, Brzezinski, of course, Kaminga. I'm not sure what's going on with
Kaminga. They got
Kaminga. They got
Moody. Moody's playing.
Moody's playing.
Yeah.
GP. I mean, I really like Golden State. I really, of
Jackson
course, Jackson
Davis.
Davis. Jackson Davis, man, I really like Golden State. I really was
Yeah,
mad when
Santos. They just have to.
They just have to
Develop them.
develop them. Bro, they got to
Yeah.
develop them. Even though I think Steph hurt him when he got hurt, he did. But I was looking for Jimmy to step it up, though. I was looking
Oh,
for
Jimmy
Jimmy
will
to
be back.
step it up.
Jimmy will be.
Jimmy,
You know what?
you know what?
I'm not gonna
I'm not
blame
gonna
Jimmy
blame
that
Jimmy
much.
that much.
You see,
You see,
what the
what
media
the
fails to
media
remember,
fails to
remember. Yeah,
remember, yeah,
it's like
it's like
homeboy got
homeboy
hurt,
got hurt,
and I
and
don't think he
I don't think he
recovered fully,
recovered
bro.
fully, bro.
He was just
He was
playing
just
through
playing
it.
through it. Who?
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy
Remember when
Butler.
he got
Remember when
hurt
he got
during
hurt
the
during
Houston
the
series?
Houston series? Yeah, man.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Game one.
Game one.
I think that was
I think
game
that was
one, right?
game one, right?
Okay.
Okay.
He came
He
back,
came back,
but I think he
but I
was
think
just
he was
playing
just
through it,
playing
bro.
through it, bro.
You could see
You
that
see
when
that when
Perry was
Perry was
out,
out,
he gave
he gave
everything, but
everything,
he
but
was not
he was not
100%
hundred
fit.
percent fit.
So I'll let
So
that
I
one
let that
slide.
one slide.
Let's
Let's
see a
see a
healthy
healthy
Jimmy
Jimmy
Butler
Butler
going
going
and working
and
with this
working with
young
this young
call
call
at training camp,
training camp,
and then let's
and
see
then
how the
let's see how the
chemistry is gonna
chemistry is
be.
gonna be.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm
So
saying? So
I'll let this
I'll
one
let it
slide.
one slide.
I'll pay
I'll pay
attention to Jimmy
attention to Jimmy
Butler
Butler
next season.
next season. Yeah, yeah. So I think, listen, I look forward to it, and we're gonna keep this going. all the way up into the finals, through the finals. That we'll cover. Hopefully we have a lot of people join us, and we'll cover. Some live streams. But I want to ask you this one thing before I go, because I know you follow. I don't follow NFL anymore, but I follow players. I follow players like I told you. I don't care if LeBron go to the Go Wildcats. That's my favorite team for now. But real quick before you go, what's your thoughts on? Have you been following what's been going on? Because, like I said, and I don't really follow the NFL anymore, but I follow players, and I'm a long time fan, and have uh, a little report from back in the day, in Atlanta days when Dion was in Atlanta. I used to work at Fulton County Stadium for the Braves, so I got a little rapport with the Sanders family. What you think going on? Have you been following what's going on with Shador out in Cleveland or Shiloh or any NFL?
Yeah, you know what, that young player got a bright future,
Bright
but the
future.
media is putting too much pressure on him.
The media
I know
putting
he's the son of Deion Sanders. The great player.
Why we gotta live in a world where people hate on people and try to do
Yeah,
what's right?
yeah, but I feel like, yeah, too much attention on that kid. I feel like he just needs time to grow.
And he's a
But
good
he's gonna be a good player if he can keep his mind straight and focus. He can be a great player, but too much pressure on that guy.
You
You know what
know
I'm
what?
saying?
You know what? The only thing I think though was in his uh in his benefit and lead towards him is this is not nothing new. They're used to this. Being growing up with Deion Sanders, as their father. They grew up on TV. So this is nothing. They're trying to make him to be out something he's really not. He really is they're a humble, good kid. Good
Right.
family. Trying to help, give back, always positive. And for some odd reason, we live in a country where people want to dim people light instead of help brighten it. And I just was curious of your thought on it because I hate to see that. I hate to see that for some reason. It bothers me. I'm considering. You already know I'm ready to. Well, we'll talk about that later. But we live in a country where we can be so powerful, so awesome if we all just get rid of the hate and to whatever it is cause people to want to make people look bad and just try to build each other up, man. If no one has been proven guilty of anything, of done anything wrong, Shador Sanders, if he was such a bad person, man, everywhere he go, young kids, man, they flock towards him. His positive energy. Kids know. Kids not gonna allow you to be not, to not be who you really need to be. Shador Sanders, the Sanders family, man, I give them all kudos, all respect. I say you can't dim a light that was meant to shine, that was born to shine. Dude is gonna shine. They all are gonna shine, bruh. Dude has been a proven winner everywhere he's gone. Whether it's with Cleveland or wherever. I ain't gonna lie to you. My first thought was when they didn't pick him up in the draft, man, go to another league. Go to
Right.
another league. Cause we all gonna follow you. We all gonna follow you. Make another league great. Forget the NFL. Let's see what happens then. Let's see who regret it then. Cause I guarantee if Shador had went to the XFL or the Canadian League, bruh, that league would be on Front Street right now. And I say the reason I was going for it, I was like, okay, start something new. Oh, the NFL showing they don't want you. Okay, tell them, all right, thank you. Not move on. Let's start something else. Start a new league, man. We don't need this same old tradition. I believe when people show you who they are, they don't want you in their life, they don't want you around, man, you better listen. You better listen to them. But he's in there. He's gonna shine. You're not gonna be able to keep him down because the kid has been a winner wherever he's gone. He's gonna shine. He's got the skills, and his dad is one of the all-time greats. He talked the talk and he walked it. Man, how many players could do what Deion Sanders did? When I done told you I'm gonna do this. Deion Sanders was the Babe Ruth of football. Anytime he got the ball, you knew it was. I don't know how much you watched Dion growing up. I watched probably every game he played. It was must see TV. Anytime he got the ball, you
He's
knew
one
it
of the
was one of the
greatest, bro.
greatest, bro. Bruh, you know it. It was. Hurry up! The kickoff about to come on. Hurry up! Come out the bathroom, cause you know it was like a Mike Tyson fight. If Deion Sanders got the ball, every time it was a chance for him to take it to the house. Take it to the house, bro. And I was there. I worked for the Braves, and I had a little show I used to work for that we worked for the Falcons, and I saw it. I saw it firsthand. I saw when he played in the World Series, played baseball and football the same day. I saw it. I was right there. Dude is a phenomenal athlete. He trained his kids to be phenomenal people, and I hate that we live in a country where we have to try to dim people light only because they don't look like us. But anyway, we ain't gonna end the show on a down note. This been a positive. I think it's been great, Jew. Prince Jew. Everybody give it up for Prince Jew. This is the man. Y'all just seeing the beginning of it. I'm telling y'all just seeing the beginning of it. This is a book of knowledge right here in Mr. Julius. Prince Julius. Y'all will see what's to come. I'm gonna tell one story real quick that I think about all the time and crack up laughing. Just to show how powerful Julius is. Prince Julius is. All the time, and I've told this story 1,000 times. Uh, but we used to live out in Los Angeles, doing the Hollywood thing, the entertainment, the acting, and we were just all over the place. We were just we was working. We would go from one show to another. We was hustling, doing the Hollywood thing. But and we would take on any gig because we weren't no A-list celebrity. We hadn't got that to that point yet. So we take on any side job, whatever. So one day we decided we was gonna to make some money. Somebody was paying, I think it was $200 to stand in line for some painter we never heard of overnight, just to stand in line for this guy to come, and they were gonna pay us $200 just to stand in line. And it was a lot of hundreds of people out there, and we know the world we live in. People are always trying to get over. Always trying to get over. They always trying to see, just like a lion. When he's looking, when he's scouting out his food, he's looking to see who weak in the bunch. That's how they do with all of us. They try to see who the weakest and test you to see if they can get over on you. So these people who was paying us came out, and I guess they thought we was a weak bunch and of people, and we had been sitting out there all night. We talking about 10 hours overnight. It was cold on the streets of Los Angeles. It got time for us to get paid. 12 after we've been out there about 12 hours, the man came out. A couple people came out and said, "You know what, people? We apologize, but we not gonna be able to pay y'all." Boy, what they say that for? They didn't know they had a prince from Africa on hand, boy. Prince Julius looked at me and said, "Dexter, why the guy was standing right there?" He said, "Dexter, did this guy just tell me?" Did this guy just tell me that we're not getting paid? No! No! Boy, they saw the lion came out. Man, them folk hurry up and got us our money. I think Prince made an extra $10,000 that night. Everybody was thanking him and paying him, man. So that's just let y'all know who we dealing with on this live stream right now. Y'all dealing with a real Prince that ain't gonna take no for an answer. That's why he my homeboy. and we get ready to do what we've been called to do, man. I appreciate you, brother. I love you much. Appreciate your knowledge. Honor to come in contact with you, and for us to go ahead and do what we're destined to do and inspire other people to do it. Let me stop talking. You know I can talk, but go ahead, Prince.
Yes,
Yes,
indeed,
indeed,
bro.
bro.
It's an
It's
honor
an
and
honor and
privilege
privilege
to
to
have you
have you
here
here
on the
in
same
the same
platform. We are
platform we are
discussing
discussing
about
about
sports and
sports
real
and
life
real life
experiences.
experiences.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
very
I'm
thrilled to
very
have
thrilled
you
to
here,
have you
bro.
here, bro.
I haven't seen
I
you in
haven't
a
seen you in
while,
a while,
but I knew
but I
you
knew you
always had
always
that
had that
conviction
conviction
and
and
passion
passion
about your
about your
craft.
craft,
Like
like
especially
especially
comedy.
comedy.
So
So
even
even
right now we
right
are
now we
here.
are here,
I can
I
see
can
some
see some
already,
already.
and it's
Yeah,
not
and it's
shocking
not
at
shocking
all.
at all. Yeah.
So yeah,
So
bro,
yeah, bro,
I'm honored
I'm
to be
honored to
here.
be here.
We're gonna be
We're
on
gonna
this
be on this
platform
platform
with
with
more
more
other
other
contents,
contents,
and then
and then
we
we
just
just
share our
share our
opinion.
opinion.
You know what they
You know
say.
what they say.
Opinions are like
Opinions are
what?
like what?
Noses.
Gnosis.
Opinions are like
Opinions are like
noses.
gnosis.
Everybody have
Everybody have
theirs,
theirs. That's right.
but at the
But at the
end,
end,
everybody's
everybody's
free
free
to
to
express
express him,
his or
his or
herself.
herself. That's right.
You see,
You say
so it is
so. It
what
is
it is.
what it is.
The
The
human race
human
must
race must
evolve
evolve
in a
in a
positive
positive
direction.
direction.
So
Always.
we
So we
always want
always
to
want to
thank all
thank all
the
the
people
people
who
who
are doing
are
good
doing
in the
good in the
society,
society,
and
and
we tell
we
them to
tell them
keep
to
up
keep up
with their
with their
struggle and
struggle
their
and their
goodwill.
goodwill. Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
bro,
so bro,
yeah,
yeah,
it's an honor
it's an
being
honor
here,
being here,
and I'm
and
looking
I'm
forward to
looking
the
forward
next
to the
one.
next one. Absolutely, and it's long overdue, man. I'm grateful, man, because I think we both got a lot of things, just like anybody else who's watching this. We all got a lot to give and to share to help the next person, and the next generation need us. People, we all need each other, man. That's the reason why they want to divide us, isolate us, keep us all single, by ourselves, because that way we can't come together and unite and put our minds together. Two are better than one. Bible even says that. Two are better than one. You know what I'm saying? So, we come here, we make it happen, baby, and we're gonna keep growing, we're gonna keep smiling and keep shining. Like the song say, keep smiling, keep shining. Know that you can always count on me. We appreciate you, man. Jew, Prince,
Yeah,
I appreciate you, man. We'll talk soon, and we'll continue to bring people some good content, bro. For real.
all right,
All
man.
right, man.
Yeah, it's all
Appreciate
right.
y'all. All right.
All right,
Talk
we'll
to you
talk
soon. We'll
later.
talk later.
All right.
All right.